So there's a lot of things that haven't aged well since 2005. But you want to know something that has gotten better over time? The Michigan eLibrary Catalog, otherwise known as MELCAT. Here's what I mean. Since 2005, MELCAT has built a database with over 34 million items. When a specific item is requested, whether it's a book or a piece of media, MELCAT can then get that request to Michiganders anywhere in the state for free. Whether you want to learn about frogs for a school project or want to start your own business, MELCAT has tons of resources for Michiganders of all ages. In 2024, Michiganders accessed over 19 million trusted articles and journals through MELCAT.
What MELCAT has done for the past 20 years is provide that service to be able to broaden people's horizons, broaden the resources that people have, and the access to these resources. These are resources that individual libraries could not afford on their own.
However, as public libraries and museums across the U.S. come under fire from the Trump administration, programs like MELCAT are at risk of being cut after President Donald Trump issued an executive order in March that called for eliminating the Institute of Museum and Library Services. The organization is the single largest source of federal funding for America's libraries. The funding it awards to Michigan's public library system goes towards MEL, workforce development resources for job seekers, early literacy support for kids, local history materials, and Wi-Fi hotspots that libraries loan out to people who don't have an internet connection. That's why librarians and library advocates are urging Michiganders to take a stand by calling, emailing, visiting, or even sending a letter to elected officials to let them know how cutting library funding will be detrimental to communities across the Great Lakes state. Michigan's Democratic lawmakers are already gearing up to fight. Our state's Attorney General, Dana Nessel, recently joined a coalition of 20 other attorneys general in suing the Trump administration to stop dismantling federal agencies that provide services and funding to support public libraries, museums, and workers. While the fight is far from over, Michigan librarians like Sierra Bakovka of Henkel District Library in Wayland say they feel hopeful seeing so many folks fighting for libraries.
I'm grateful for so many people trying to stand up for libraries in whatever way they can. As library workers, we know that the library is there for our community all the time. And getting to see communities trying to be there for their library is very nice and encouraging, and it makes us feel supported in what we're doing.